And when you go into 27, is that your first time at Georgia Tech, or have you been before?
I've actually been to Georgia Tech like multiple times, around 5 times, because the campus is only 45 minutes from my house, so it's really convenient to me. Being able to just kind of, I went there by my or not by myself. I went there with my two teammates, and not even my parents, just because I can drive there because it's pretty close to the house.
Got you. And then just talk from your experience, Cole. I know you say you've been there, 5 times. It's really convenient because it's only 45 minutes away. What did you just like? Whether it's just the environment, the facilities, things like that. What did you enjoy most about just being on the campus, on the flats?
Um, I really thought it was cool that the schools like what really caught my eye at first is that the schools in the city and it's not like really on top of Atlanta. It's in its own part, but like it's just a really pretty campus, and um, I think just being in Atlanta would be awesome. Really close to a lot of things, and I think one of the biggest things that's bringing me back there is that my high school coach, Coach Stewart, or my old high school coach, he's there. He's staying in touch with me. We're talking a lot, and I think that's really big. And Coach Coleman, he has been recruiting me really hard for the last years or probably 9 months or so, which has just been bringing me back to them a lot. And I'm really excited for the junior day visit, get back in the Georgia Tech gear, and I'm actually wearing some Georgia Tech sweatpants right now. So, um,
Nice.
yeah, so just really excited to get back down there.
What factors in kind of for your top five? What were some factors that these teams had, Cole, to kind of be like, okay, this feels like this is a top team potentially for me or a good fit for me in my life on the next level? What kind of stood out about that?
I think it's that these schools were, very upfront and not hesitant to offer at all because they really like respected me as a player and they really believed in me as a player, which is just like stands out to me a lot. And I think that's what caused a lot of them to be in the top five. If I can go school by school, Wake Forest, Coach Cohen, really love him. He's an awesome D line coach. He's recruiting me really hard right now. Coach Clausen, the head coach, awesome dude, really good head coach. Indiana was the first school to offer me, which I really appreciate that. They believed in me. App State, Coach Clark, Coach Sloan, Coach Cabral, all showing a lot of love, which I really appreciate. Great home game environment there. Really cool players. Virginia Tech, just a really awesome school and environment. Coach Davis and Coach Pry, love them. Been recruiting me really hard. They've been sending me lots of mail. And Georgia Tech, um, they just hired a lot of new coaches, and Coach Pope, Coach Santucci, and Coach Simpson, which I'm going up there or going down there on the 27th, which I'm really excited to meet all those guys. Well, I've met Coach Santucci and Coach Simpson, but when they were at Duke, but I'm excited to meet them when they're at Georgia Tech. And yeah, so I'm going to Wake Forest this next weekend on the 20th. It's their junior day, so I'll be there for the weekend, and the Tech the next weekend. And I was supposed to go to Virginia Tech, but it just didn't work out. So I'll definitely be taking an official to Virginia Tech, Georgia Tech, and all the schools in my top five. Um, and I'm definitely gonna be visiting other schools that haven't offered me and try to build more relationships because my recruitment's not over after that top five. That was just what I've narrowed it down to until I kind of find a home and visit more.
Position. Who's the toughest player you face on the varsity level, being a defensive end that you were just like, man, this guy's good. But you kept doing your work. But who was just the toughest opponents you kind of just went up against, whether it's one-on-one battles or even team battles?
Youth football, being on the offensive side of the ball, probably Jaden Prelati. I think he was probably we grew up playing against each other since we were young, so me and Jaden are pretty cool with each other, and I think he was a lot of people were scared of him, like a lot of my teammates when we were younger, but like man, he was a dude in youth football, and he still is. So yeah, I think he was definitely probably like the hardest person to block, or just the hardest person to play against, and I think the high school level, the hardest person I played against was probably Daniel Calhoun. I think he's just looking at him, it says it's for itself. I mean, he's about 6'7", like 350 plus, and he beat me on some reps and I beat him on some reps. So I think that was good to play against him, just kind of know what I'm gonna be playing against. Not every Saturday because he's bigger than a lot of college offensive tackles. So uh, I think it was I just think it was good to get that experience because that's a elite offensive tackle that's going to be playing for UGA.
And if you were to just a quick follow up on that, if you were to say Cole, like, do you kind of relish going out against those battles, right? Those kind of elite offensive linemen that you'll potentially face on the next level, just like iron sharpening iron. Do you like relish those battles because it helps you get better in the process as well?
Yeah, definitely. And I think if we're playing a team that doesn't have as good offensive tackles, it's not as fun because it's not as rewarding whenever you make a play, get a sack, get a tackle. But I think just like beating Daniel Calhoun on a rep, uh, like not even making a play, just beating him on a rep, like he's a really good player. So you get pretty hype whenever you just like do something against the better player versus when you play against the worser players.